here you are, 10 years, 12 years into the decade where digitization, as you mentioned, happened. As you mentioned, during COVID, with what was supposed, within a year, we saw the impact and all of that. You guys are the big players. When you meet at the bigger forums, now internet is so expensive on the continent. Our younger people have become more digitalized. There's almost every village, there's no village in Africa where you don't have somebody with a phone at all. How are we going to ensure that we are not left behind? As you've mentioned policy, 10 years down the line, what do we need to do afresh?
There are a couple of things. It all boils down to skills, knowledge, and capacity. Today, we have a very rapid growth of fintechs, financial technologies, providing a variety of financial services to areas that were not reached before, to populations that were not reached before.
Absolutely.
We could even say there is an increased democratization of financial services through technology. But one of the things that we witness as well is that the most successful of those fintechs are created, they grow a little bit, and then they are sold to
people with the big cash, the deep pockets
outside of this continent. What does that mean? Is that we don't have the right policies. We could have better regulation, and we could mobilize the resources to support the growth of those fintechs, so that they can stay in the continent, and they can be leveraged to create many other services and products on the continent. And this is why ACBF, the African Capacity Building Foundation, is working with partners, or has worked with partners to launch last year the African School of Regulation, to build regulation capacity on the continent. It is critical.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely critical.
Absolutely.
And the lack of capacities on regulation is a big challenge, because I believe that regulation is the first step in policy implementation.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have the right skills, the right knowledge, the right capacity, the risk of devising counterproductive regulation is a reality, whereby the regulation may produce results that are different from what was the intent, and that is a challenge on the continent. Oftentimes, when we talk about regulation on the continent, we mostly think about how do we comply to others' regulations, as opposed to us building our own regulations that protects, that promotes our own economy. The other thing is that, regulation is critical for attracting investment, because regulation protects capital.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have the right ones, then FDI, foreign direct investment,
it's going to reduce.
Is not going to grow. So this is just to say that actually there is a lot to be done on the continent in terms of capacity building, and whether it is in terms of skills, whether in terms of institutions, because I always use an example to illustrate that, to say that if you want a healthy and productive plant, you need at least two things. One is a healthy seed, and you need a fertile soil.
Absolutely.
If you have
And a good
one
weather.
without the other,
Yeah.
then chances are
You're not gonna have-
may have a plant,
but which
but
is
it
weak.
won't, which
Yeah.
is weak.
Yeah.
So you can just think about people and their capacities as the healthy seed, and the institutions that are efficient, well run, actually as the fertile soil.
Yeah.
One with that, they are both two sides of the same coin, and actually have to work together.
Right.
This is why we remain committed to not just building human skills, but it's also
Institutions.
building institutions.
Interesting.